Alright guys, back with more Witcher 3, gonna continue on from where we left off. So yeah, I might be going,
Mistake.
going out a little bit after this episode. And then, it should only be like half an hour.
Here's the spot.
And then come back and then, play more of The Witcher, but yeah, I probably should go to the store. I'm running out of stuff.
Damage
And,
I'm
I
plowing
can work over the
now.
next
I've
couple
done
days, so
wrong.
today's probably the best day to do it.
The grave's dug up and empty.
What's that mean?
Botchling's on the prowl.
Look!
So obviously we're continuing on Family Matters here. We should be able to finish it, right? This episode.
Take it in your arms, quick.
And if it goes Garrett, it'll bite us in the arse before we know it.
Keep screaming and it will turn rabid. It's calm for now.
Bloody hell. What happens when it gets plowing and restless?
It'll bite through your jugular and you'll bleed to death before I can help. Tell me if it starts wriggling. I'll calm it with magic. Pick it up. Take it in your arms.
Merciful gods.
Yeah, it's so fun. Alright, so we gotta fight a lot of wraiths.
Back to the fortress.
With this?
As I recall, you were the one who wanted to test the old legends and change it into a lubberkin.
Oh, fuck.
Like, imagine designing this. Like, the person had to design the bear and holding the fucking botchling like that and everything. And design the botchling and all that stuff. So, isn't that really fucked to think about? I really, like, when you think about, like, all the monster designs in all games, really. It's just weird to think that people actually have to design that.
Spectres. Botchling's scent attracted them.
Yeah, it should be relatively easy. Yeah, well, they got me all messed up.
This is angry. It's driving something fierce. Can't hold it. Calm it somehow.
Or axe. Oh, I said axe-eye. Whatever,
Quiet now.
so I'll probably go out, run a few errands. I'll probably
What do you want to do with it?
pick up some food from a grocery store, get gas,
This is your job.
and
Told you,
get
gotta
lunch.
bury it under the threshold. If the tales are true, by tomorrow it'll be a lubberkin.
And then
From
I'll
then
probably
on,
start
it'll watch
recording
over your
again after
house
that.
and help me find your family.
Yeah. So I believe another round comes up around here. It's funny because I remember having a lot of difficulty with this mission when I first played the game.
Need to hurry.
But like now where we're like so vastly over leveled. Again, like I really wish The Witcher 3 Plus allowed you to turn off level 2. That would be so much fun. Like you just like fucking run through.
Squirming again. Like a daft eel. I cannot hold it.
Oh,
Worked. Stopped.
Chosen a name?
No.
So think of one. It's important.
It's a girl. What would Anna have named her?
Oh, is that it? I thought there was one more. Huh. Okay.
What now?
Repeat after me. By the powers of earth and sky.
By the powers of earth and sky.
By the world that was to be your home.
By the world that was to be your home.
Forgive me, you who came, but who I did not embrace.
Forgive me. You who came, but who I did not embrace.
I name thee, say her name, and embrace thee as my daughter.
I name thee Daya, and embrace thee as my daughter.
Good. Now bury the body.
What now?
In 1 day's time, Daya should turn into a lubberkin. I'll stay here and wait. You go home.
I'll wait with you.
Out of the question.
But that's my child. And the guilt, the responsibility for all this lies with me.
Time for parental impulses? It's long past. Besides, nothing else you can do here.
But
No buts. Just Witcher's work left to do here. Gotta wait a day and a night for the botchling to turn into a lubberkin. That's it. Go home. And try not to drink yourself stupid again.
So maybe summon the looter. I didn't say wait a day. Do I have to actually wait a day? Let's just see. I guess not.
what's that you're muttering?
Whether we just interact, okay. And that's the weird. Again, that's another thing about this game is that just the fucking interactions don't pop up most of the time, like the button prompts.
By blood's power I summon you. With your name I beseech you. Hear my call and arise, Daya. Lead me to those bound to you by blood. A storm, damn it.
Wizardry! Mummy! Let me live. This downpour's a bastard, it is.
Sure wasn't lavender they kept in there. Might be worth looking around, though. A bracelet. One of them must have dropped it.
Didn't he have the exact same dialogue like earlier on in the
Clothing.
game?
They change in here.
I wonder if they just reused the fucking line.
Horseshoe. No way a pitch burner could afford a horse. Both were here. I'm going the right way. Wants to show me something more. Necrophages had a field day. With a closer look, examine that horse carcass.
What's not here? Wait, why was more sword? Oh, fuck off. How many are there? Dickhead. Oh, I forgot. Come on. Oh, how many are there? Oh, fuck off.
What do we have here? Bones have been here a while. Chewed on the saddle. Necrophages will eat anything these days. Giant claws. Wasn't a necrophage made these marks. Horseshoes missing. Is this the animal that lost one in the smokehouse? Head torn clear off. Takes incredible strength. Must have been attacked by a powerful beast. Surprised him. Hope they got away. Trail goes on. Good thing it doesn't end here. Fisherman's hut. Seems she wants me
How
to take a
fucking we
closer
open
look.
it? Whatever. Who fucking cares? I don't know. Okay. Man, this game really worries me at points. That's gonna crash. I mean, it's already crashed on me 3 times already in the
Who's that?
what
The room.
30 hours
Go
or
on
so
now.
we play of it.
What you seek here, sir? Our hut's out of the way. Woeful. We has nothing. We knows nothing.
Just need information. Looking for 2 women. The Bloody Baron's wife and daughter.
Not a soul have been here, sir.
Sure? Not even passing through? Daughter's medium height, about 20. Her mother's thin, about 40. Seen them?
That sir came at night, right, Mummy? Quiet, boy.
the girl go. Your son said enough. No point in playing dumb anymore.
Sorry, sir, but you don't look like one of her father's men.
Because I'm not. I'm looking for Tamara and her mother. I need to know if they're alive and safe.
Tamara is high. She's to my brother's place in Oxenford. But Mrs. Anna, that's another tale. Though anywhere's better than the Crow's Perch with a Baron.
Why?
Cause he beat her, sir. Beat Mrs. Anna, I mean. Everyone knew, but not a one lifted a finger for to stop it.
What happened to Tamara's mother?
For like this. I was awaiting in the old smokehouse with horses. Cold as hell and so dark, couldn't see past 2 ells in front of you. Moon had risen high, and still they hadn't come. Began to fear some demon had snatched them. But finally, they came forth, and we sets off towards the river. Suddenly, out of nowhere, a gale arose. Thought it'd tear my head off. And those damn birds, swarms of them coursing o'er the woods, raising a racket to make your ears bleed. Mrs. Anna screamed, bent over into herself. Tamara knelt down, gripped her arms. 'Twas then I saw it. Fiery marks on her hands.
What marks?
These, well, like burned on, with hot iron. On the palms, inside.
Burned? Like a cattle brand?
Aye, though these wasn't black scars scabbed over. They's hot and glowing, as if they burned with raw fire.
Fine. What happened next?
Grew even darker. Seemed someone had put out the stars. Crickets all went silent of a sudden, and then, from the woods, a roar. Broke out in a cold sweat, and before I could catch my breath, a beast jumped out of the woods, big as a barn, with horns and 2 burning coals for eyes. I thought I was done for. Beast attacked Mrs. Anna's horse, ripped its head off, carried her off into the woods. Our horses, mine and Miss Tamara's, got spooked and tore off willy-nilly. 'Twas the only reason we escaped. The miss wanted to go back
Wait,
for
I
her
just
mother,
realized.
but my wife pleaded, said she'd die out there alone.
What is this
Mr.
glitch?
Miles.
I wasn't even. Dude, guys, I haven't
Not
been looking at the
to
screen for the last like 30 seconds. What the fuck is going on with this glitch? What the fuck? This is
Why
incredible.
help them at all?
It's like where there's 2 fucking copies of him.
Old Miss Tamara. 3 moons passed.
Okay,
Hunger gripped
cool.
my boy. We thought he was done for. Tamara alerted, brought food and salves. We're poorer than dirt itself. She saved my boy. No 2 ways about it. Me, myself, I'd have never dared to help. But my missus told me a time of war and contempt's come. A time of folk gone wrong. We needs to repay good with good. Who stands by idly does evil as if.
Married a wise woman.
Crying shame we couldn't save Mrs. Anna in the end.
Thanks for your help.
The lady. She'll be all right in the end, won't she?
I'll do what I can to see that she is.
So we'll go find tomorrow. Alright, we're only making that,
So here our paths diverge. Thank you, Dea. Go in peace.
I guess that one? Alright, let's go. So yeah, we're almost done with Family Matters. I anticipate I'm finishing this quickly. Oh, I just realized, do we never get that, that Peller quest? I just realized, because the Peller has a side quest, right? But now that I think about it, I think you might only get it if you kill the botchling. I didn't even think about that until now. Huh, and because we didn't kill the botchling, we might not actually get that side quest now. I didn't even fucking think about that. Well, fucking well, I guess. You run in a fucking straight line, please. Thank you. Alright, okay, where is she again? I know she's in a house, I think. Is it this one? No, this doesn't look right. Wait. It's in the front, isn't it? I think? Yeah, I think it's this one. Yeah, she's in here. Okay. Because I remember I remember the first time I played the game, like, I had trouble finding her.
I'm looking for Tamara, the Bloody Baron's daughter. Your brother said I'd find her here.
Wojtek sent you, sir.
How else would I know she was here?
Wait a moment. I'll fetch her straight away.
You're looking for me, and who might you be? My father sent you?
Yeah, to see if you're still alive. And well. I'm Geralt of Rivia.
I'm quite alive and extraordinarily well, Geralt of Rivia. Better than I've ever been in this rotten life of mine, and now that you've seen me, I bid you farewell.
Wait.
We've nothing more to talk about.
Got every right to be angry at your father, but he's worried about you.
I have a right. Thank you kindly. So
I
good to
like
have the
your
approval
haircut.
of his hired thug. And my father worries only about what to get soused on next.
He's no saint, that's clear. But he's got the whole province on its feet looking for you. Finding you and your mother, seems to me there's nothing more important to him now. I know evil men. He's not one of them.
Shame he never showed such concern before. Especially for my mother.
He made a mistake and knows that. I'm not defending him, just saying that maybe he's come to realize what he's done, and what you mean to him.
Oh, wonderful. I'll bear that in mind. Did you really come all the way here just to tell me that?
I don't mean to pry, but I know your mother had a miscarriage.
His doing? He shoved her, she fell, that's how it started. We were alone, no one to help. Blood everywhere. Worst night of my life.
Sorry. Must have been hard for you both.
Mum was in shock. She was raving that it was better this way, that she never wanted the charge. Must have had a fever. She was
Why don't
losing
guys?
blood
How
the
the
whole
fuck were they
time.
having a kid
She
when
didn't
they're
want the
as
child.
old as they are
Said she'd
anyway?
sooner cut open her gut than bear another child from his seed.
Before I agreed to look for you, your father told me his version of events. Tell me yours.
Mine? It's dull as life amidst the swamps. My earliest memories are of a drunken father lying under the stairs, caked in mud and clutching a bottle. Next dozen years, pretty much the same. Father would drink, disappear for days, then come home in a rage and send furniture flying. Thank the gods for war. I was glad every time they sent him off. And the quarrels. I remember him screaming at Mum, the thuds as he beat her, then her sobbing. I'd hide under my bed and long for silence. That's the long and short of it. Multiply by 19 and there you have my life. Finally we'd had enough, Mum and me. He crossed the line and we fled.
Wojtek claims your mother had strange marks on her hands, and that a monster dragged her into the woods. That true?
We were riding towards the river. Suddenly, Mum cried out, bent over, almost fell off her horse. I rode up to her and saw something strange. Her hands were on fire. And then that creature leapt from the woods. I don't know what it was, but it roared so fierce my nose bled. I saw it topple trees. I've never been so scared in my life. And that thing grabbed my mum and disappeared into the woods. I wanted to turn back, go after them, but the horses panicked. Now I don't even know if she's alive.
What will you do now?
Find my mum.
You realize that might not be that easy.
Don't worry, I'm not daft enough to believe I can do it alone. I've got some new friends now. Powerful friends. They'll help me.
Who are these friends, if it's not a secret?
No secret. Heard of the Church of the Eternal Fire? A priest helped me contact the Redanian witch hunters. Righteous, brave men. They'll help me.
Hence the candlesticks in your room. So you believe in the eternal fire?
Once the heat of the fire has set your heart aflame, it gives you strength and leads you down the path of truth for the rest of your life. I hope it'll bless you with its warmth one day.
Thanks. Thing is, fire's tricky. It's easy to get burned. What about your father?
Who? Oh, him. I don't care. I won't go back to him. That bit of my life? Forgotten it already.
Well, well. A witcher. Never thought the Baron would stoop to hiring a monster slayer. Though I hear you're good at tracking things down.
Glad you know who I am. Haven't introduced yourself, though.
Graden, witch hunter in the service of His Royal Majesty Radovid of Redania. I'm certain you've heard of us.
Rings a bell.
If the Bloody Baron sent you to fetch his daughter, you'd best face it. You will fail in your task.
I appreciate your concern, but I don't need it. As for Tamara, she can make her own decisions.
Noble of you. A killer for hire abandoning his bounty for the good of another. The Hunters and the Church of the Eternal Fire thank you. So the Baron hired a witcher to find his daughter. Interesting.
Desperate fathers have been known to do a lot to find their daughters.
Unexpected from a witcher. I thought your mutations cleansed you of humanity. Stripped you of emotions.
You don't need mutations to strip men of their humanity. I've seen plenty of examples.
Okay.
Where are you gonna take her?
Tamara must rest. She's had a harrowing experience. When the warmth of the Eternal Fire has restored her strength, we shall see about finding her mother.
Hope you know what you're getting into.
I've never been more certain. The Eternal Fire is the best thing that could happen to me.
In that case, good luck.
Thank you for respecting my choice. Farewell.
So we are at the 30-minute mark. At this point, though, we might as well just finish Family Matters. Let's do that.
My jacket gets wet again. I'll get lashed.
Yeah, I'm still debating over whether I want to go out or not, because it's like, I really don't want to bother going to the store. No.
What?
Ask a service of the Witcher, the Pella must. A witcherly service, that's to say.
What do you need? Tell me.
A man who fears no evil the Pella needs. Forefathers' Eve is nigh. We've rites to conduct. Wandering souls to emerge. Damned souls, too. We've the circle to protect from these wretches.
Oh, so I guess okay, we do still get the mission.
What'll I get out of it?
We just get it now.
Witches
then.
do naught for free. This the Pella
Alright,
knows.
so that's fine.
Not to fear. How to
So,
reward
yeah,
one
normally
for their
you
aid.
would end up
This
killing.
to
I mean, if
the
you do the
Pella
other
knows.
ending where you kill the botchling, you take it to the Peller and all that, and then through
Why
that
hold the
you get
ritual
mission
at all?
there.
At
Here,
times
it
men
shows it
die
bringing
choking
them here
with
for some
regret.
reason.
At times death takes them before they've tasted any bitterness in life. These poor souls, unfulfilled, cannot leave this vale of tears. Their spirits wander midst the living, must be judged, sent on their way. This we do on Forefathers' Eve.
Seems like you could use a witcher, so yeah, I'll help.
You'd not refuse, the Pella knew. The time's come to gather the folk. Across the lake we must journey, to Fyke Isle. There in the circle of stones we shall meet.
The sooner we resolve this, the better. Best do it tonight at midnight.
Alright, so we'll do that. Next episode. Fuck off. Oh, now.
Remember me?
Stable hand pulled you out of the fire.
We'll never forget that. Here. I'm grateful.
Okay. That was pointless, but fine.
Full of puddles of
Wait, it turned me around? Why did it turn me around? Fuck it. Whatever. Cool, awesome.
Witcher, a word, please.
What is it?
I guess this is the
That
life feed
night
update
when the
just started.
Baron ordered
Fucking
everyone to lock their doors, stay
Canada.
inside. What did you and the Baron do?
Gotta ask the Baron about that. Speaking of which, know where he is?
Garden. Spends a lot of time sitting there of late.
Drunk.
No. Don't drink, don't eat. Just sit.
There you are.
See the hollyhock there? The violet blooms. Brought the plants here from Nazaire. Anna had read some story. Insisted on having them. Spent hours tending to them, trimming, pruning. She was so content at that. And them, the frilly ones, called birds of paradise in Zerrikania. But Tamara called them dragons of paradise. She adored them. Damn shame I'll never learn which blooms would please Daya most. Though it's good to know her spirit's free.
Your loss. It must hurt. Bad. But there wasn't anything we could do.
No. Not now. Not anymore. It was too late. That was clear. Should have acted earlier. Taken them all from this damned villain. In this hole. This Reesty Mire. Nothing could go right here.
Got some information about your family.
You've learned something? Let's go inside. It's a bit chilly out. Any news for me?
Your daughter's in Oxenford.
What the blazes? She all right? In good health? Safe? Why haven't you brought her back?
Never offered to do that.
How do you know she's safe? You see her at least?
I saw her. We talked. She said I could tell you she's safe.
When will she come home?
And that she's not coming back.
She's not to return. But I've prepared all for her. Her rooms await. I sent away for new pantoblas from Toussaint. How can she not come back?
Sooner you accept this, the better. Face it, you haven't been the best father.
I have not, true. But I'd change. I'd be different. If only she'd return. If only they'd both come back. Maybe all is not yet lost. She's in Oxenford, you say? Or maybe she hasn't left. Maybe she'll hear me out.
You can always try. Wouldn't get my hopes up, though.
I shall try. I must. Life is pointless without her and Anna. I've nothing to lose. Incidentally, what of my Anna? Learned anything?
Nothing yet, but I'm on her trail.
Well, what are you waiting for?
For you to tell me about Ciri, like we agreed.
Fine. A word once given.
Oh, I forgot that we have more Ciri stuff to
Ciri
do.
was
God
on
damn
the
it.
mend, we took her out on a hunt. Thought a bit of galloping would warm up her limbs, gone stiff from so much bed rest.
Whatever, let's just do it. Let's just finish this stuff up.
That lass of yours, pure luck in the flesh. To hunt down a wild boar that size, why, worthy of one of King Foltest's feasts, when he's still among the living. Ciri, come! Our haunt should be yours as I see it.
Oh, you done well, lass.
Not bad. Not bad at all. But who goes boar hunting with a sword?
No bow at hand, no spear. My sword was all I had.
Well, you brandished it beautifully. Where'd they teach you that, anyway?
At Kaer Morhen.
Witcher school there, aye? But they only took lads, as I recall.
They made an exception for me.
Right. Need to say you're a she-witcher.
Not entirely. The mutations, I was never subjected to them. But everything else I know, I learned from the witches there.
Know any of them potions?
Not so much. A bit.
Because you see, at times I get this pinching back here.
Shut it, Egrin. Nobody cares about your backside. A woman could swing a sword. I've knowed one. But never seen a lady mount anything but a cock proper. All tipsy on horseback. Nothing strange on account they bloody mount them sideways.
Perhaps you'd care to wager?
Think you can outrun me on an horse? Naturally. What's the stake?
Black mare. The one in the stable.
Oh, that won't do at all.
Well, that's an awfully gloomy face. Too much of a coward to race a woman.
The horse is mine.
To race the Baron himself. I'd consider it an honor.
Oh, that'd be a sight to behold.
Would it ever?
Done. But if I win, I take your sword.
Agreed.
I'd not drink any more this night. I want your head about you. We start at daybreak.
Yeah, and so Jamar, does
as ever. First one to the tower.
Man, Jock!
It's like, I think she really doesn't want to be painted by this light, but I also...
Come on, silly, don't you embarrass us!
Your sword is mine!
That'll be the day.
You're wind, not woman. Worthy of the best horse. The mare is yours.
Thank you.
What?
Another chance to win.
So I believe this is where the mission ends, right? Like, I don't think it'll let us get that final scene until we do Lady of the Woods, right?
Jamar kind of talked about this on one of his conversations today, where I think it was when talking to Carol about how she felt too comfortable too quick, and I think Min is in the same.
She screamed like a mad woman. In an instant, all had forgotten the wager. Every man ran to save his skin, even worried to break his neck.
And they make it?
Some, aye. Others were not so fortunate. But what happened then? I must say, Richard, seen a lot, but nothing like this. Never.
Uh-oh. I know that look.
You're a fast learner. You'll know the rest once you find my wife.
Working on it.
And making piss-poor progress.
They split up. Hadn't considered that possibility before. But don't worry, I'll find Anna too. Can't help wondering why you made a deal with the Nilfgaardians.
What could I do? Cast myself at them and die a hero? Fuck a hero's death. Fuck.
Rather live as a traitor.
Ere long, none will remember it. Temeria is none.
The local Nilfgaardian.
What of it?
How do you wind up?
It's not secret. I was a those who...
Yeah, actually, I don't really care why.
So long.
Sure. Maybe that last answer will... Yeah, here.
Heard anything about their big...
I pay no heed. Common folks are witchy.
Okay, I guess not.
So long.
Yeah, so we will have to do this to finish up Family Matters. So that's interesting. I'm kind of thinking, should we just do Novigrad? I kind of feel like we should do Novigrad. Well, next episode we'll do Foreteller's Eve first, anyway. But I think we might do Novigrad first. I kind of want to. So yeah, that's the plan. We'll end here. Wait. Oh, never mind. Let's just save here, and then next episode we'll go ahead and continue on. But for now, thanks for watching.